Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Kaspa. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we are printing a double top pattern here on the daily chart. And we are printing a bearish divergence as well, because if we take a look at the high on the RSI, we are printing a lower high. And if you take a look at the price action, we are printing a higher high on the price action. So that is a bearish divergence. We also have a massive bearish divergence on the weekly chart. We're going to take a look at that later in the video. And that is our first really red flag telling us that we're going to be seeing a pullback here. Now, this doesn't guarantee a pullback. Obviously, this does not mean that we will be crashing in the next few weeks, but it does mean that we are getting less strength with our trend, because as you can see, the RSI is not able to reach the exact level we reached back in August with this initial high. Now, what I can do here is I can just get myself a nice block so that we don't have an entire trend line covering all of that. So that's going to be a nice resistance block for us. And let me change the color of that thing, and let's set it up to be green. And this is obviously our resistance, or you could also have it as the higher high indicator for the bearish divergence. And what we are expecting at the very least right now in terms of Kaspa pulling back down is us retracing back to 0.040 cents down to 0.0387. That would be a healthy retest. It's a previous resistance we tested back in April and July this year. And then we kind of danced around it, and now we broke above again, and we're potentially going to be landing in this zone. But ideally, I do want to say that this low here, the September low, would be ideal to retest. That would be a really good level to retest. That would create more confidence in this zone, and more people are going to start buying up this level because they already see this low here. So naturally, they're going to select this level and set up some buy limit orders and just push up the price from here. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. But if I was planning to buy Kaspa, I would not be getting in at the current prices. There are a few other things we'll talk about on the weekly chart, but as of right now, the chart is looking good in terms of an uptrend. We are having a nice uptrend, lower lows and lower highs. So even if we lose this September or August low and we come back down and retest 0.027550 cents, it's not going to be the end of the world, because in the grand scheme of things, you have this low over here, and then you're going to have this next low. So effectively, you will be printing a higher low, just like you have already printed a higher high. So that will not break your trend. You're still going to be bullish. So feel free to set up some buy limit orders around these prices here. Just because they're seemingly far away from where we are right now does not mean that we will not be able to get down. So 30.6% to our September low, and then this 0.027 cents, which is our June local high, is 42.6% down. And personally, that is where I might start looking into Kaspa. At that point, I might start buying into the project if we pull back down that deep. But obviously, we have another support here that we looked at in the previous video at 0.0211, and that's this July low, but I don't think we're going to be dropping down that low. Now, that would be concerning if we drop down that low. I'm not going to lie, that would be concerning, and then I would start questioning this uptrend, because if we are going to set up a Fibonacci retracement here, and you are going to end up losing the golden ratio, which is over here at 0.022738, then that is going to give me a lot of doubt about the uptrend, and in that case, I'm going to be expecting a retracement back down to this May low, because if you lose the golden ratio, you are typically coming back down to where you started retracing from, and in this case, it's these prices over here at 0.01345 cents. From where we are right now, that would be a colossal 71% drop. I don't think that is going to be happening. Obviously, I'm not saying that is going to be happening, but But I'm saying if we lose the golden ratio, then that retest is not off the cards, just to let you know. So that's what we have on the daily chart. I showed you the bearish divergence already, and we are sitting quite high on the RSI as well. We want to see a pullback. We want to see a deeper pullback. We want to see the 55 EMA lost at the very least. The last time we did that, as you can see, we had a nice EMA squeeze, and this was a good buying opportunity. So maybe we'll have a short-term good buying opportunity like that, but we're looking for a deeper pullback here. It does look like Kaspa needs to refill a bit, and we want that momentum to keep going with a healthy uptrend. So let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, we have a rising wedge pattern here, and we did cover this in the last video, and this is a bearish reversal pattern. So this means that we are potentially sitting on the verge of the top of this uptrend, and we're going to be losing it relatively soon. And this is obviously not a good thing for anyone who's looking to continue pumping with Kaspa, who are looking to get into Kaspa. Because personally, I don't have any Kaspa. I haven't bought in down here, and it launched back in June 2022. And since that June low, you know, tremendous gains, 22,000%. Wow, that is a lot. So when you have a 22,000% move in a year or so, and then you're looking at a 65% pullback, or, you know, whatever it is, a 68% pullback, that's not a lot. That is not a lot. So even if we come back down to this June 2023 low, I will still be relatively bullish about this chart. That's not going to be a majorly bearish thing. We're getting volume. We're just sitting in a bearish pattern. That's the only thing that's scary about this situation, and we are quite overextended from the 20 EMA. We're failing to break above the July high, and typically when that happens, that's a red flag as well. And you have a major bearish divergence here on the weekly chart with the April and the July highs. You can see they're not really mirroring each other. The RSI has a lower high, the price action has a higher high. Now the stochastic is sitting in the overbought above the index of 80. As for the MACD, you can see that we did print our bullish cross in July. That was your bull market, or not bull market, but that was your uptrend confirmation. And since then, the oscillators have gone up pretty significantly. So we need the oscillators to reset. We need the stochastic and the RSI to get back down here. And that's when we can start averaging into this project, because yes, it could continue pumping, but in terms of your risk to reward ratio, there are a lot of other projects who are sitting at a much better position to buy in right now. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you are smart with your dollar cost averaging and you're not buying at these all-time high prices. Not a financial advice, of course. Let me know if you're buying Kaspa. Let me know if you bought in 2022, and let me know what are your targets for the bull market. Thank you very much. Stay safe and have a great day.